Hello, I'm Doug Johnson, CTO of CyberTrust IT Solutions, and today I'm joined by Sophia Jaber, and we're here today to talk about the best IT services near you. So the other day I was having a conversation with some of my colleagues in the managed services business, and we were talking about price. And we were talking with people that were, in New York City, some that were located in the Midwest, and then, in Southern California. And we were talking about the pricing for managed services. And oddly enough, it looked like the pricing for managed services was pretty much sort of a median kind of across the board, regardless of where they were located. Really, it's more about what's right for your business necessarily than what it costs. And to understand what's right for your business, it's important for us to meet with you, do an in-depth assessment, and really understand what the challenges your business are facing are.
Yeah, completely. I was having a conversation too, but this was more in a social setting. Friends of mine were like, well, how do you look for these kinds of things? And my friend pulled out a laptop and she went, IT support near me. And I was like, yeah, because that answers a ton of questions. It's just so generic, but it's so common how many people just type that in and expect to have this magical answer that works best for their business. And I had to explain to them that IT support services is really customized and tailored based on what your business needs. It's like you have a restaurant industry and then you have the manufacturing industry, and they're completely different when it comes to, like software and like what databases they use. And that went over their head. But, it was a conversation at the dinner table, but I was cracking up because she literally just pulled out her laptop and went, IT support near me. And it's like you get these slew of very random answers on what that could mean, because Google is just kind of pulling. They're just pulling
Right.
A lot of different directions.
It's like trying to find a bank branch. Like, where's the closest Wells Fargo to me, right?
Yeah.
Boom. It works in that scenario, but it doesn't necessarily work for professional IT services.
No. And a lot of the times you're getting that one-man shop, that person who's like, I'm an IT guy and I can do this. And it's like, okay, but then it gets really expensive because that one person is saying, okay, I'm going to charge you for this and I'm going to give you an invoice for this. And they do it line item by line item. But what is interesting and what's really great about our industry and what we do is we create these bundle packages and we customize and tailor it, So we're like, oh, this is what your business is? Okay, so in your industry, you need this, 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 and this. And we can make a package that is associated with what you need.
Many times it's about what the compliance requirements are for your business. Your individual IT guy or one-person shop is not going to be able to understand what are the cybersecurity compliance requirements that are in your business. Mm-hmm. And some businesses think they don't have any, but in the state of California, there are more and more all the time, but there are several different compliance documents that you need to comply with just because you're a business in California. So a lot of times we're asked, what's the best way to find an IT service provider near me?
Yeah, it's a really great question. And I actually know from personal experience, because before I got into the industry, I was a director of IT for a company. And I was there and I was like, did what everybody else did. I opened my computer and IT support near me. The only difference is that I knew a quick little tip. You can put a plus sign next to a name or a word that would help you filter your answers. So one of the things that I did that was really critical for me at the time in that particular environment was cybersecurity. So I just put a little plus sign, cybersecurity, or, I also put in managed, plus sign managed. And from there, it gave me a list of IT services near me that specialized in those particular areas. And that's really important for kind of the environment and in the temperament that we're in right now. So, that company that I worked for actually had a cybersecurity issue. And that was one of the things that really lacked in the skill sets of the team that I currently had. So I looked for that and I was on Google and saw the top 3. And I was like, okay, well, let's look at these 3 companies. Interestingly enough, the company that I was already working with was on that list. So I was able to use them as my resource and as my foundation. But some other things that I was able to really look at with these companies at the time, I was looking at what certifications they had or who they were partnered with. Who do they work for? Who do they work with in the past? So that was something that I would go into their website and maybe I would look at their the people that left really good reviews for them on their website, and then I would cross-reference that. Or I would look at what software they're known for, or what do they like to use, and I would have that of a check mark or a list of what they could use. And that really gave me kind of an understanding of what these companies offered and what questions I could ask, because cybersecurity and managed services was really important to me. Now, the average person may not know to put that plus sign, but if you're looking for IT support services, the first thing you want to think about is, where is the weak point in your company that you need to resolve? Where's the problem and how can you resolve it? And use that as a word filter for looking for that service. The near me thing comes up a lot in Google. People like to look for things near them. So the common question that we get when clients come to us is, what areas is near us? Like, what do we service?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we're located in Orange County, California, in Southern California. We have clients throughout the Southern California area. Obviously, we focus on clients that are, let's say, within an hour's drive of us. And one of the reasons that we do that is because we will need to be able to go on site to do certain things. We have to build a relationship with them, with that client. So we want them to be near enough that we can easily service them. However, many of our clients have offices here and offices in other parts of the country that we service. So we have an association with a national IT group that allows us to have feet on the street in various other locations. So we have a client that has a location in Georgia, Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, Washington, and we're able to service them locally as if they were here through that association. So really, I think it's important to work with a company that is near you to start building a relationship, because really, in my mind, it's about building the relationship with that company and viewing that company as a partner and having them view us as a partner.
Yeah, I completely agree. What I love about CyberTrust and what I love about our company is that what we do as VCIO, working and partnering with people, we start off with building that relationship, which is so important. And we start off with, even a great example with a client that is in Huntington Beach, we're right there and we build that relationship because we do care. We really want to enforce that we're right there by their side while they're building their business. So, we're with them in that area, and then they expanded and they opened up more offices, which all we did was expand with them. We don't leave them. We're not tailored to just that one spot. If your business grows, as we hope you do, and we hope that you scale up, and we want your business to be successful, we just scale up with you. And we have the ability to be that flexible. We can go nationwide. We can go to places like Texas and New York and Florida. And, in this particular instance, they had a place in Irvine, and they even opened up a place in Costa Mesa, and we can just kind of spread ourselves and we can expand with them because we're their partner. It's a good question to ask, like, where's an IT service near me? But a good additional question is, can you expand with us if we ever do grow? Because a lot of companies can't do that.
Exactly. Yeah, many times we have clients come to us and they say to us is, we feel we've outgrown our existing partner, either through skill set or they just don't have the ability, they don't have the reach to cover the client's needs if they move outside of a specific area.
Thanks for watching.